Okay, so big news, I've been sponsored by EchoPilot. They sent me a forward scanning sonar system I have not seen in this box yet, so let's open it together and see what they sent Zingaro.
So I know what you're asking yourself, and the answer is yes. You are the only one without the slightest clue what a forward scanning sonar is. So, what is a forward scanning sonar and why am I so excited about it? Well, to answer that question, we're going to have to explain how a traditional depth sounder works. It's pretty simple really and works on a principle called echo ranging. Basically, there's a transducer in the hull of the boat that sends out a high frequency sound pulse and then measures the time it takes to hear an echo from that pulse. From there, the depth is calculated as the velocity of sound through the water, or about 1,500 meters per second, times time, divided by 2, and so divided because it travels the total distance twice, down and back up. The problem with this technology is you really only know the depth behind the boat as you're traveling forward through the water. What would really be helpful is to see the depth in front of the boat. Enter EchoPilot and the forward scanning sonar. This technology allows you to look up to 100 meters in front of the boat and see the depth before you get to it. They even have a 3D version, which, while still quite pricey, is the cat's meow of depth finding. I'm going to be replacing the old speed transducer that failed and almost sank my boat with this nice bronze through hole that came with the EchoPilot kit. If you haven't seen the video I made on the lessons learned after nearly sinking, please click on the little icon at the top right of your screen. Now this install isn't for the faint of heart, as the forward scanning sonar transducer needs to be aligned perfectly straight up and down on both the forward and back and left and right axis. That means we're going to have to re-drill the hole and even do some fairing on the exterior. So stay tuned to see exactly how the install goes, and spoiler alert, it comes out really nice.
So we're going to take a break from that job for a minute. I'm going to tell you guys how I'm settling into this boat. It's the morning time and I've just done my workout. As you can see, I've taken the stairs off the boat and they're over here. You see the stairs there? And I can lay down my mat right here. And the stairs come out for two reasons. One, it gives me a little more headroom here, or feet room, whichever way I'm laying down. And two, I can grab this and I can do some pull-ups from here, right in front of the gangway. So actually, this boat is really nice and big for that. Very, very, very nice. I'm feeling strong. Woo, yeah. Jamie, looking sexy. Actually, I'm feeling kind of weak right now. Whew, I kicked my ass. Ooh. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do here. I got a hole saw. This is the size I need, right? But the hole saw is not gonna work for this hole because if I just try to drill it like this, first of all, it's bigger than this one. Second of all, there's nowhere for the pilot screw to go. So if I were to try to drill it here, it'd be fine. But here is a problem because it'll just start skipping all around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this plug. I have a whole bunch of these. They're all right here, and they're all wire tied. I got a whole bag full of different sizes right there. And I've got one wire tied to every single through hole. So they're already on every through hole. They're brand new. And got an extra one here for this through hole. I don't know if it's gonna be big enough anymore, actually. Might have to get a bigger one here. This one will work for my job today. I've already pushed it down there. You can see the ring where it's gonna stop. So I'm gonna go up another like ½ an inch and cut the rest of this off. Then I'm gonna pound it into here, and then I'm gonna re-drill through this and through everything. So let's go cut this out. Skill saw. Oh look, sailing Zingaro on the TV. Isn't that beautiful? Come on. Come on. Get out. Do it. Do it now. Oh boy, this is not going to be long enough. Crapola. Maybe I can just twist it. Gotta find another way to saw this. I shall return with a better way to saw this in half. Perfect. Okay, let's dry fit our new little plug. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Yep. And then we got our little sledgehammer here. and I cut it almost perfectly. It's pretty flush. Okay, that worked out really good. The last thing to do there is to re-drill it and make it straight up and down. And to make it straight up and down, I think I'm gonna have to use a plumb bob and then just kind of eyeball it. I'm gonna go onto the website right now and see what they say about it, but I know it has to be straight up and down. And right now this is at a very big angle because it's flush with the hull, and the hull's at a, you know, probably 20-degree angle or something from the bottom. So let me do a little research and find out what other people have done to make it straight, and we'll come back and re-drill that hole. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys this because it's pretty funny. I went ahead and downloaded the forward-looking sonar instructions from EchoPilot, and it says, "Thank you for purchasing the EchoPilot forward-looking sonar. Nobody enjoys reading manuals, but please continue to read this one. Installation of your instrument correctly is vital to get the maximum performance, pleasure, and safety from your equipment." So I learned a couple things. I've already read the thing. And about 87 times they told me, do not cut the cables, do not cut the cables, do not remove the plugs, and do not cut the cables. I gotta just show you this. It's really funny. So here's the transducer cable. The FLS 2D comes with a 10-meter transducer cable, which is sealed into the transducer, blah, 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 blah. Please don't cut the cable. The plug has a locking ring combined with an O-ring seal, which not only maintains watertight integrity, but also prevents the cable from working loose due to vibration. Please don't cut the cable. After every single sentence that they do, please don't cut the cable, please don't cut the cable, please don't cut the cable. And then the last big, huge thing, never cut the transducer cable. How many times does people cut the cable on you guys? I just find that hilarious. So if you guys don't know, the way that these transducers work is they send out a ping and they get that ping back, and they measure the duration of time it takes to get that ping back. So if you cut that cable and try to splice in something, it's going to change that length, and that length is part of the computer algorithm. I've actually cut one of those cables before and tried to splice it back, and it never worked right again. It's a horrible idea. Never cut the cable. Never cut the transducer cable. If you have 30 meters of extra cable, just wrap it up, tie wrap it, make it look nice, do not cut it. That's just so funny that they do that. So, we've got the plug in there, we've got the thing. I want to see like what it says about getting it straight up and down. And what it says is, fit the skin fitting with reinforcing pads if needed, or wedges if required, to ensure the transducer is near to vertical as possible, fore and aft, and port and starboard. So that's it. I'll use a plumb bob, which is just a weight on the end of a string, to try to get it as perfect as possible. And then we'll go in and we'll drill through. And then we'll fit the skin fitting, and I'll see what kind of space is in there, because now it's not going to fit flush to the hull. And then we'll build that up with some epoxy and fair it and make it look really nice. So first we need to figure out how thick to make that epoxy, and to do that we need to get the hole in there and get the thing on the bottom. So yeah, let's go do that. So now I can get in the water because the boat's watertight, and I can do the rest of the wiring from in the water. So tomorrow morning's splash day, number 2. Try number 2. And yeah, woo! Okay, well, this is where the boat used to be. We missed the haul out, or the haul in, or the splash. But I just tried the engine and something's messed up with it, so I've got more work to do. Hopefully it's not blown head gasket or a stuck valve. Might be a stuck valve. Oh God. I just can't catch a break. So anyway, the boat's here. Let's go in there and start this thing, huh? Whew! Oh, it's good to be in the water. It is good to be in the water.